Alright, tonight's fly we're going to tie is a Parasol style emerger. They're a lot of fun. They may seem a little intimidating at first, but sit back, enjoy yourself, watch this step-by-step video, and you'll see they're not as difficult as they may seem. Alright, so I went ahead and put in my tube jig for tying tube flies, and I'm going to just start a base of thread on the needle here. And you could also do this on just a regular really thin sewing needle if you have one. You don't have to have this jig. So we're going to tie what will be the parasol for the parasol style fly. So this is just a couple strands of Z-Lon, and go ahead and get that back to the start point. And I'm just going to give some collecting wraps. I want to go roughly 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm just going to tie little tighter wraps as I move forward back to my start point. So come back up, and then I'm just going to go down just a little bit. Now we're going to tie in our hackle. So for my hackle, it's just a grizzly hackle, and I went ahead and kind of prepared it. I pomaded it, just getting it prepared for the tie. Next thing to do is we're just going to grab that with a pair of hackle pliers and go ahead and start our wraps. Be careful when you do these wraps, because they can, the feather can twist on you. But I'm just making fairly tight spiral wraps, not quite touching, moving down that thread post for the parasol. So this is very much like tying a parachute pattern. Just you're doing it first. So we'll just tie that off. Collect up some of that fibers. Clip off the rest of this feather. Clean that up just a little bit. See if we can zoom in just a touch. Maybe a little more. There we go. So you can see now, this will be tied onto the hook. This is the post for the parasol, and then just parachute style wing, and then the wing post. So grab my hackle ply or my whip finisher real quick. Get a little bit more thread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just kind of working that down the post as I tied it in. So that portion's done. Then I can just grab this Z-Lon and work it right off the needle, like so. And when I'm done with that, that is what it should look like. Okay, so we'll set that off to the side. Let me pull this off, then get our hook into the vise. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just using some maroon. Only I just like the color. You could tie this whatever, think zebra midge. So whatever color you think works well where you're at will work on this fly. You could just tie this in black if you wanted to make an honest zebra midge out of it. So I'm going to tie in just a little bit of, this is just some wire, because I want a rib on this. So I'm just going to come on down, and now I'm going to make fairly close touching wraps as I build the body of this, what will be this fly. I'm going to go back and forth a few times just to build up a little bit of a taper with this fly. Alright, so I want that parasol wing post to come right off the top of this fly, right there where that thread stops. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go ahead and grab the material. What will be my wing post, right? Hold it on there right where I want the tie-in to be and just capture it. Get that in nice and tight. Grab that, what will be your indicator, the top of that wing. Bend it back. Do some wraps in front of it. You want it to stand up straight. You don't want it leaning forward, or you want it, basically think parachute pattern really tall. Alright, so now I'm just going to clip just a little bit of material there. I like to just have a little bit showing. So now I'm just going to rivet. Then I'm going to come up with my rib right up to this wing post. You're not going to see it, but I want it up that so I can tie it off in a really good location. So I think the rib on this just gives a little bit of flash. Right now I'm just helicoptering that off. So the last portion of this fly we need to do is we're going to tie in our peacock and just put in kind of a peacock thorax. So come in, just a couple wraps just to secure it, a couple wraps in the front. Then I just grab my trusty hackle pliers. Sorry, my hand's right in the way. Grab my hackle pliers and start wrapping. Fortunately, I grabbed my hackle pliers and my hackle pliers didn't grab it, so there we go. And I only want a couple wraps in the front, a couple wraps in the back, and then a couple wraps in the front. Now I don't know if this color combination actually has a name out there or not. This is just kind of a pattern I like to tie and I've had success with, so that's why I tie it. Clip off that excess. And the last thing to do will be just whip finish the head, and this fly will be complete. As always, if you like this fly, please hit that like and subscribe on the bottom. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I love hearing from people on what they're tying and any questions they may have about the patterns I'm tying. This is just another version of a Parasol Emerger. Hope you all give it a shot on your vise. And until next time, I will see you around the vise.